How's it going, guys? TG here, and I know today's Valentine's Day, but today's also in Destiny when update 2.5.0.2 has released, aka the one about sandbox tuning, or in other words, possibly the most controversial Destiny update in history. You'll see pretty soon, so let's get straight into the different types of changes. I actually have the notes are in front of me. So first off, the Crucible changes. Obviously, you have your special ammo. Special ammo economy is changing all game types. Players will start Crucible matches with special ammo, but much like heavy ammo, you will lose special ammo upon death now. Sidearms, however, were not affected by this change, which, I mean, essentially it's a sidearm buff. It's really nice. You're probably going to see a lot more sidearms, especially trespassers, so watch out for that. Special ammo crates now appear every 60 seconds, initial spawn and respawn. Not 100% sure what that means, but pretty much note that every minute in-game is going to equal some special ammo. So I think the initial was 2.5 minutes, so I mean, that's pretty good. Special ammo crate used to be able to drop ammo for every ally within 100 meters. It's now down to 75, so really won't affect small maps very much, larger maps definitely, so yeah. And then special ammo timing in Mayhem is unchanged, so if you play a lot of Mayhem, you probably won't see a major difference. Not sure if the special ammo thing is, losing your special ammo on death is going to be in Mayhem. I would assume not, but I guess we'll have to see, because I'm actually recording this while the game's updating. But anyways, other Crucible change is, I didn't even see this coming. They changed some of the elimination game types. The round time limit has been reduced to 90 seconds, which is down from 2 minutes. So you get about 30 seconds less. And then players will only start with special ammo on round 1. Every other round you will not start with it. But to compensate for this, special ammo will initially spawn within the first 30 seconds, then every 45 seconds after that. So, I mean, more special ammo, I think. I don't know, I don't do a whole lot of elimination, but here's where stuff gets interesting. We're into the different weapon changes now. So, hand cannons, they got buffed and nerfed. So, the buff, they have more initial accuracy, which supposedly is going to be back to year 1 accuracy values, which theoretically speaking means no ghost bullets. And I know it didn't mention it in the patch notes, but I heard from the live stream that the weapon bloom is still going to be there. So if you spam it the max RPM, you will get some ghost bullets. But pretty much if you time your shots, it should be fine. But the rest of these are nerfed. Some of them small, some of them not quite as small. So base range on hand cannons is now 35 meters instead of 40 meters. They have, hand cannons will also have reduced aim assist and magnetism at longer ranges, and the minimum damage fall off is now going to be 50% of, it's going to be 33% instead of 50%, which pretty much means you ain't going to get sniped. And the damage fall off, that's not a range fall off, because at the minimum damage a hand cannon could do at the farthest ranges was half its normal damage. That's been reduced to 33%, so pretty much if you're trying to snipe someone, not gonna work. This is just reinforcing the fact hand cannons are not made for sniping people across the map. So if you're a big hand cannon user stalking some really high range hand cannons, they're going for those range perks, because if you don't, your hand cannon's not going to be quite effective. Next up, auto rifles. I don't think well, you'll see later, but auto rifles pretty much for the most part got completely buffed. The precision damage modifier is now 1.3 times damage instead of 1.25 damage, so you do about 5% extra damage a headshot. Probably, I don't think it's super noticeable in PvP. PvE, I could see this being quite beneficial. As that, base damage of the low rate of fire auto rifles was increased by 2.5%. Definitely going to be good for PvE, lower time to kill. PvP, not entirely sure there. Never really used them that much. And then increase in accuracy. Pulse rifles, I'm just going to call it, these seem like good changes across the board. So the rate of fire on the highest rate of fire pulse rifles, that's down 7.7%. And the low rate of fire auto rifles will now fire 5.2 3% faster, so I mean, that's not bad at all. Kind of a bit of balance there. Clever Dragon and Jasper Malik specifically got nerfed pretty bad. They now hold 6 less rounds each, so that's going to be pretty big. High caliber rounds is no longer quite as effective on all pulse rifles, not just the super high rate of fire ones, which kind of sucks if you really like using pulse rifles in PvE. But I mean, you could always use a scout rifle or something, because you'll see later. But increased in air accuracy, scout rifles, increased in air accuracy. Not entirely sure how useful that is, because I mean, if you get decent stability on a scout rifle, you should be set. But whatever. And the main point of 2.5.0.2, the good old shotguns. So let's get into it. This is going to be quite long. Shotguns no longer deal precision damage. There is 2 exceptions to this though. The Chaperone and Universal Remote are unaffected. However, Universal Remote must be ADS'd in order to do precision damage. It has no hipfire precision damage. Chaperone still will. And I mean, in my opinion, this just makes them even more exotic. And then shotguns have significantly less magnetism when fired from the hip. Never really noticed much magnetism when firing from the hip on them. So I mean, if you're good with a shotgun, it's probably not going to hit you too badly. But yeah, I'm flipping paper pages. Had to type all this stuff out with notes and stuff. So okay, now shotguns have significantly less in-air accuracy. So you ain't gonna, so us Titan skaters aren't gonna be as effective with a shotgun. Shotguns no longer have a movement penalty. I honestly didn't know they had a movement penalty.
You captured
so, yay? I don't know. Anyway, shotguns now deal 20% more damage to combatants. Didn't say if this was limited to PvP or PvE, but I will tell you this makes them a heck of a lot more viable in PvE. So that's cool. Rangefinder on shotguns now increases ADS time by 25%. Honestly, I don't think rangefinder is worth it now on some shotguns. You might disagree, but I'm not going to be looking for rangefinder that much more on my shotguns unless I could perhaps get quick draw. But Universal Remote, when we're speaking on shotguns, actually got nerfed as well. It now only holds 3 rounds in the magazine instead of 5, and it takes longer to reload, which I guess kind of balances it out since it can do precision damage, but I mean, I don't know if it's really a great balance. I mean, I would think either do one or the other, but I mean it's Bungie. I'm sure they have their reasons for everything. So, a couple more exotics. Young Wolf's Howl, its exotic perk Howling Flames, used to cost 10 ammo to use, and that's been reduced to 5, so it should finally be able to compete with the other exotic swords. I mean, I'm definitely going to be busting this thing out once I get on Destiny here in a little bit. Truth got nerfed. Its magazine size was 3 and now it's 1. I'm not going to comment more on that. I've never ever used Truth. I've hardly ever seen it used in the Crucible. It is annoying, but I mean, I honestly never even knew it held 3 rounds. I thought it only held 1. I've heard a lot of people on Twitter complaining about it, but I never thought Truth was an issue, so I mean, yeah, whatever. So what else we got here? Okay, now we're getting to the different changes for the classes. General, reduce health of Guardians with armor values above 10. Didn't know it was an issue. So yeah, max armor rating, not quite effective. So yeah, yes and no, so but increased damage of flux grenades, magnetic grenades, and shoulder charge to ensure effectiveness across all armor values. Yay. I mean, flux grenade, magnetic grenade. They're sticky grenades. You stick someone with it, unless they're super, they're probably gonna die. Unless you're in a light level advantage thing. Shoulder charge, I'm pretty sure could one-hit kill everything short of a super without the Greaves. So I'm not quite sure that, and yet I know I'm not understanding it. I do main Titan, but still, the shoulder charge damage buff, I mean, it could be useful for PvE if it translates to PvE. But anyways, another one. Blink now disables your raid on HUD for a short time after activation, because it already wasn't bad enough. Okay, so Hunter. Throwing now deals solar damage on impact. So, all you gunslingers out there, go wreak havoc. I'm not sure if this week has a solar burn activity, but if it does, people are going to be using a crap ton of gunslinger, Hungering Blade for the blade dance. Yeah, it now will immediately start health regeneration and restores more health per kill. But it gives a flat amount of health and shield per activation and does not immediately restart regenerating shields. So, yeah. Enough said. And then, if that wasn't enough, Blade Dancer's Quick Draw perk no longer readies your weapons instantly. It now grants a large increase to weapon handling speed. Yay. So, Blade Dancers, I've hardly ever touched the subclass. I think I've only got maybe halfway leveled up, so if any of you made a Blade Dancer, tell me what you think, cause yeah, I don't know, but okay. So Warlocks, Viper Totem Act on the Ophidian aspect no longer readies your weapon instantly, but now grants a large increase to weapon handling speed. Don't know why they decided to do this. I mean, I guess it is logical, cause I mean, if you're doing it to the Hunter, why not do it to the Warlock? But I mean, still, why do it in the first place? I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Stormcaller's Thunderstring melee range is reduced to be consistent with other Warlock subclasses. Although Amplitude will still gain a small range boost, although that range boost is going to be added onto the new range. So, an Amplified Thunderstrike is still going to be a force to reckon with, but you ain't going to be able to borderline snipe people with it. And Landfall now reduces total time and Storm Chance. I can see logically where you're coming from, but from a balance perspective, I'm not sure how viable that is. Titan's only major nerf that they know is Juggernaut is now disabled after being in the air for a short time, can't be activated in air. We all knew this was going to happen. They announced it during their live stream. Never really was a fan of Juggernaut, but any of you Juggernaut Titans out there, you just got screwed over, kind of. So, yay. So, final notes here. The general patches. Outbreak Prime no longer triggers its perk, the Corruption Spirits, by shooting Wards of Dawn. Not sure why you'd get rid of it. I don't think that would be a valid strategy anyways, but whatever. So, Shinobu's Vow. That, I believe it's the new Hunt exotic, but it no longer adds an additional secret to skip grenades, because that's gonna help. It might not. I don't know. Haven't played a whole lot of Hunt in a while. Removed intrinsic perks, knee pads, and Icarus on some talent grids. Way I'm reading that is knee pads and Icarus can no longer roll on certain weapons, which I'm guessing is shotguns. I don't know. That can be taken a lot of ways, so. Then the next thing is fix an issue where high caliber rounds were not functioning properly on hand cannons, scout rifles, machine guns, and sniper rifles. So that's gonna be really good, and this is where things get controversial. You know how they changed Hungering Blade? Yeah, Bungie done goofed, and when I say done goofed, I'm gonna read you exactly what they put. Hungering Blade changes will also inadvertently apply to the following perks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different perks hit by this besides Hungering Blade. The Striker Titan's Transfusion perk, the Sunbreaker Titan's Cauterized perk, Voidwalker's Lifesteal perk, Red Death Signature perk Red Death, the Soros Legacy perk on Source Regime, No Backup Plan, which I guess I didn't even notice they regenerated health, the Ward of Dawn Pass, the Ram, Apotheosis Bale, which I'm pretty sure is still going to be useless, and Embrace the Void perk on the Voidwalker Warlock. So, essentially, in the process of nerfing a single perk, they have nerfed practically every health regeneration perk in Destiny. So, kudos. I would not be surprised to be seeing a new patch probably within the next week fixing that, because that's a big deal. And the controversy around it is that essentially
captured.
they actively acknowledge that they've accidentally done this. I'm saying accidentally location because who really knows if they actually did or not. Yeah, that's the head notes for 2.5.0.2, the one about the sandbox tuning. What do you guys think of Play Destiny? Please comment down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this and have a good day. Bye.